Yeah. Great in the market. We got the scoop from the cars to the games. Stay in the loop. Latest news. We break it smart. The hobby is sports. It's where we start.
Happy Saturday, everyone. It is time for another episode of Grading the Market, part of Box Score Studio. He is Anthony. Make sure you give him a follow at GiantDad21. I am Jacob Eric. Make sure you give me a follow at Jacob Eric C. Anthony, how you doing, man? Thanks for welcome back.
Thanks, brother, man. It warms my heart to be doing this with you right now, man. I haven't done it in a while, and it feels good, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, obviously Anthony is filling in for Elias today. Elias had to work a double, so we reached out to Anthony. We're like, hey man, can you go ahead and fill in for Elias? Anthony was, sure I will. Our bullpen runs deep over here at Gray in the Market. So yeah, just to give you all a heads up, man. But no, man, Anthony, so for real, how you been, bro? Everything good?
Yeah. Spending time with the kids, working. Just I got a new position at work, so it's been challenging, of course, but I just got to do what I got to do to pay the bills.
Yeah. How's the dogs doing?
Oh, don't ask me about that, man. I was in a good mood.
That bad?
We got 7 dogs in the house. The puppies are getting,
Oh
getting
my
big.
God.
Yeah, man. The puppies are getting big. The ears finally popped up. And I could probably have a better attitude about it, but I just know the day's coming, right? Where they're just gonna start barking at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, right? So, but
Yep.
the wife is better, prepared this time. So they're gonna, I think we're ready to, to sell them here soon.
Oh, I gotcha. Hey, speaking of dogs, this is from our good friend Edmund Ortiz. Make sure you give him a follow at SAT Scribe. He was reminding us all that there's 0 adoption fees this weekend here in San Antonio. That's today and tomorrow. So make your way out there. 4710 State Highway. It's off 151 at the Animal Care Services. 0 adoptions fees. Go out there, San Antonio. Go get yourself a kitty or a puppy or even just a full-grown dog or a cat. Whatever you want, man. Go ahead and go out there and go get them. Go snag one up, man.
Yeah. I highly recommend that. Just I would say, make sure that you're doing it for not just for yourself, but for the animal also.
Sure. Yep. So once again, yeah, that's from Edmund Ortiz. Make sure you give him a follow at SAT Scribe, man. He does great work out there, bro. Happy that he follows and stuff like that. Hey, other things going on here in the 210 recently, Anthony. Just give you a heads up. Keldon Johnson and Victor Wembanyama shaved their head. Kind of got a little bit of a reaction, I guess, now to fans throughout the city, man. They shaved their head. There's a good picture going around of Keldon Johnson actually shaving Victor Wembanyama's head. And it reminded me of a time, and you actually forgot, but you shaved my head at one time over when we were in Okinawa. This is courtesy of Yahoo Sports and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see Keldon Johnson there shaving Victor Wembanyama's head. Like I said, it reminded me of a picture of me and Anthony. We're talking about it. I think I might have it somewhere, but it kind of looks something similar. And it is of Anthony, like shaving my head. It does exist and stuff like that. Yeah,
I 100% believe you. I just but I don't remember. I do remember out there being and buying ginkgo biloba pills, right? The pills that are supposed to like help your memory, but I would forget to take them.
Yeah. But it got people thinking. I was able to pull off a shaved head. And as a matter of fact, a couple of just maybe about a month ago, I was getting haircuts where it was darn near shaved already and stuff like that. So I was able to pull it off. I don't remember, anybody saying anything weird about the shape of my head and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd probably be okay with doing it again. You know what I mean?
For what reason? For the Spurs or just for,
No, I ain't shaving my head for no Spurs, man. I would just do it for myself, dude. Yeah, man. I ain't shaving for Wemby or Keldon or anything.
I saw it right like everybody else did. Not being in San Antonio, I didn't realize that that's what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
First saw it, I was like, man, he's like really leaning into this alien thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but speaking of, have you? I know that you have had your head shaven at least once, but
One time,
Would you do it? Did you ever do it afterwards?
no,
No,
it's that shaved look is for a lot of people. It ain't for me. No, I
no,
look
it's not
like
for you.
yeah, I look like
I think I was able to pull it off pretty good, man.
I think that the back of my head is kind of flat. You got to have a nice round, big head for that, man. I just don't. I don't have the head shape for it.
Yeah, I would do it again. There's only one thing that's really ugly about me when I shaved my head
Mhm.
is I could tell. Well, like after I shaved my head and as my hair starts growing back, you could tell that when I get older, I'm gonna be one of those people who go bald only on the top, and I'm only gonna have hair around. So there's a there's a part when my hair is growing back where there I got more hair on the side already than it is on the top, and it's like it's like you know can see what's about to come. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't think I don't think that I'm gonna go. You know,
yeah. So feel free to slide into my DMs, ladies. They're always open if you want to be with a bald person. Hey, sticking with haircuts. I wanted to bring up a funny story. Anthony says that he doesn't remember shaving my head. I'm pretty sure he's going to remember this one. So, as y'all know, Anthony and I, we did time in the military. We were in the Marines, and like I said, he helped shave my head when I was over in we were Okinawa. Now, Anthony and I are stationed in California. We're sharing an apartment in beautiful San Diego, California. So one day we're watching TV or something like that. And for those of y'all who don't know, in the Marine Corps, you have to get a haircut. You have to show up with a haircut pretty much every Monday. And that money, it can add up. So one day Anthony and I are sitting there and Anthony's like, looks over, he's like, hey, let's learn how to give each other haircuts. And I'm like, yeah, man, it sounds like a great idea. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. So we bring out the clippers, right? We bring out the clippers. Oh man, we have to be careful. Hey, the boss is here, dude. Be cool, be cool.
I told you not to bring me on if you check your phone.
How you doing, boss?
I'm all right. I have to upload some stuff for you guys, man. That's why.
Oh, my bad.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No worries about it. I just wanted
Oh
to.
no, yeah, you got time. You got time. We're going through a story. So anyway, and you'll be happy to hear the story too. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, so in the Marines, you have to show up every Monday with a fresh haircut. So one day Anthony looks over and he's like, "Hey man, let's learn how to give each other haircuts." And we're like, "All right, let's do it." So I break out the clippers. Now, mind you, I have never to this time I never given a haircut before. Anthony, I don't know if you did, but so anyway, I break out this. This is embarrassing, but I'm going to share it with y'all. This is embarrassing for Anthony and myself, but we'll share it with you. So I break out like this. What is it, like a shoelace, right? And I tie it around Anthony's head, right? And I put like the knot in the back. And I remember Anthony's like, I've gotten hundreds of haircuts before, and I don't ever remember a barber breaking out a shoelace and tying it around my head. And I'm like, don't worry, man. So I don't mess up my line and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm cutting Anthony up and stuff like that, getting my fade right and stuff like that. Here's the bad part. It gets a little worse though. Is when I tied the shoestring around Anthony's head, I actually put the knot like in the back, right? I should have put it in the front. So when I finished, like everything came out good actually, but except in the back, I actually added that little knot, like the knot indentation and stuff like that, and it went around. So So I remember the next day, like Anthony, I asked Anthony, I was like, "Hey man, what did everybody say about your haircut at work?" And Anthony said, "Yeah, man, I said it looked all right, except for that the knot in the back of the head and stuff like that."
Yeah, I
Crazy.
think I think Marines just the haircut thing is like, most people don't care, right? As long as you're not getting in trouble over it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
no, definitely,
good
definitely.
memories.
Good memories. We always we could go through tons and tons of stories like that, man. Especially when you're in the military, man.
Could
Hey,
imagine.
speaking of stories, man, it was a hot week in the clubhouse for everybody in the hobby. Yeah, man. For those of y'all who haven't seen this past Wednesday, I did open up a box of Topps Chrome NBA. Ended up pulling a Concanuple number to 99 stratospheric card. For those of y'all who haven't seen, I did post a picture, but there it is again. When Anthony and I very first started off this show, we did say that from time to time, we were going to go back and we were going to touch on the basics of the hobby. And throughout today's show, that's what we're going to do a little bit because I did show off the card to somebody and somebody, I don't want to say who, but they kind of like reached out when I mentioned, I was like, yeah, it's number 299. And they were like, I don't know what that means. And I was like, oh, okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to touch on that. So yes, this Concanuple is number 299. And when we say it's number 299, that means I know the beginners, they like to use the word /99. So it's actually numbered 299, meaning they only made 99 of these. And it looks like I have number 84 out of 99. Right.
Mhm.
Another thing is that what that I like about this card is the auto is on card. That same person actually asked also I don't know what that means. Okay, on card auto is just exactly how it sounds, on card. And the reason why some collectors like those more is because that means that the player at one point like actually probably had to hold
Touch the
this
card.
card, yeah, while they autographed it, vice autographing stickers and just peeling stickers off, and then the company, wherever it is that makes the card, peels it off and puts it on the card and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what that means, on card sticker. Like I said, make sure you keep hitting us up with questions. And like I said, Anthony and I, from time to time, we will go back and we are going to touch on the basics. You believe it or not, there have been some times where people have reached out to me and they'll show like a nice card, and I'm like, man, that looks really nice. You need to sleeve that and stuff like that. And they would respond, we're like, what is that? And I was like, oh man, so
To
hey,
to to touch or to add to your comments about the numbering, just be aware, especially when you're new, right? There's a difference between the number of the card and if the card's numbered, right?
mm,
All cards have a number, whether it's just numbers or alphanumeric. Um, they're going to have a card number, right?
mm,
That's important, right? Because you've got so many different sets of cards, variants. Um, and if you're looking for a card in particular, right? Let's say like a Caleb Williams Prism rookie card, that is card number 301. Not that I'm some like um, Rain Man of cards, right? I just happen to be looking at that card here recently, right? And so I know that that card number is 301, right? But that card also could be numbered, right? It could be numbered to 299. It could be numbered to 10. And then terminology wise, some people say that it's serialized to 299 or 10. Or what's the print run? The print run is they made 10 of these, right? So that's just different terminology to understand.
there you go. Joshua's in here. He says, what's up, guys? Happy hobbying. Gearing up for the mid-February Shrine Show. Got a table for my cousin. What's up, Joshua? Hey, thanks for joining us on this Saturday.
We need to try to go live from that shrine show, at
We
least.
we should. We should. I think we talked about that a couple of times. Maybe we'll try that. That would be
Yeah.
cool, man.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. Also, you got up, and cause I'm only here for a couple of minutes, but talking about the number to 99 thing, a lot of people don't understand too about, your base card, and then that base card could also be a photo variant. Prism is a lot to do with that. Photo variants, super short print, super short print. There's the SSP, SSSP. There's just like so many different variants of a certain card. Where for you guys, where does that value peak? Is it the short print? Is it the super short print? Because there was a case I want to say it was back in the Zion and John Morant rookie for Prism, where you had the base, then you had the short print, and it seemed like that short print was probably more popular than a super short print. So is it the player? Is it, for you guys, what's the distinct difference? Like, do you prefer the short print? For me personally, the way the card looks. Sometimes a short print just looks so much better than an SSP, and I'm like, I'd rather just have that. But value wise, I mean, maybe these people don't understand the value in some of them, because I found a bunch in a dollar bin at one time, and that's the one thing I will recommend for goes. You go to card shows, screw the display cases half the time. Go to the dollar bins, man. You can find massive amount. I found Steve Nash rookie Topps Chrome for $1. I mean, it's like you find a whole bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think you're absolutely right, man. For me, it's just the way the card looks. I I know that what was it? Baseball was making some like celebration cards, and I think those were SSPs. Those ones look pretty nice and stuff like that. Those ones were
Yeah.
like the horizontal ones. Um, those ones look pretty cool, but yeah, I just think it just depends on the card.
I think too, it depends on who you ask, right? If you're someone that's selling, then they're probably going to value the rarity of the card,
Yeah.
and that's not always easy to identify, right? Like, yeah, it's SSP, but how many did they make, right? And then
That's the tricky
obviously the
part.
numbered ones, you know how many they made, right? So trying to figure that stuff out is, um,
It-
for the person that's trying to resell is important. But to your point, Rudy, the person that is just looking at it for face value of the card, their preferences, and are you keeping it? Then yeah, that's a different, that's a different story.
Yeah, it's crazy because this is my thing going on, Panini and Topps. Um, you list it as an SSP, but you rarely get the number of cards made. And that, to me, that kind of sucks, because you can make 10,000 of a base and
Yeah.
then say, well, this is the short print. We made 10,000 of the short print. But on the SSP, we made 9,999. Like, you make it seem like it's such a huge pull and a huge
Yeah.
card, but you're right. Nobody knows the exact number of cards they made. So you think clarity should be, given on, now I know you get, well, this SSP is one out of, 950 packs. Okay. I mean, but again, you don't know how many packs were produced. You don't know
Right.
how many cases were actually sent out. I mean, I think there should be some clarity on the numbering of an SSP card. And
Yeah, and
I don't
as a
know if
matter
we'll ever get that.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I think Joshua touched on that before. Joshua one time was in here and he was joking around, halfway joking around and halfway, I could tell he was being serious. Where he made a comment of, he goes, "Man, I have nightmares when I think about the cards that I have missed. Maybe they're like SSPs or SPs in his collection that he doesn't even know that they're maybe or SSPs or whatever that he just missed at the time. They're not numbered and stuff like that, but yeah, they're
Dude,
SSPs and nobody really know
Gyp-
about."
Gypsy King is the one that pissed me off the most, because I mean, I had to look at the back had the Bazooka Joe, the front you could be missing the nameplate, the front also you could be missing the Gypsy King logo, and then at the very bottom, if it was like everything, the last four numbers were 1895, you had to see if it went up to 1896,
Ah,
because then that was, I mean, they make it so complicated, and I'm
mm,
like, man, I kind of just got tired of Gypsy. I love the Gypsy King product, I loved it, The photos were great. The card design was awesome, but I got tired of it because I'm like, every card I had to turn around, look at here, look at the numbering, look at this, make that, then go to the next card. So it just kind of just took the thrill out of opening Gypsy King packs for me, like big time.
Yeah, Joshua jumps back in here. He says photo variants and high numbers. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, but we're sticking with the hobby. Wanted to continue on with this Topps Chrome NBA, Anthony, because like I said, I'd pulled out on a Wednesday. Chris Leha actually surprised us all. He was in the clubhouse. He pulled his own Concanople autograph on Thursday. Somebody in the circle on X ended up pulling a Concanople autograph on Friday, and we're just like, what the hell is going on? But I don't know. Obviously, probably just a coincidence and whatever this and that, but everybody's showing off their heat, especially on X when it comes to this Topps Chrome NBA. And we do know that they did tease the blaster boxes, before. There you go, right there. Anthony, do you think it's fair to say that the blaster boxes are quote unquote loaded, like we like to say sometimes?
We talked about this earlier this week. And I got to step away for 1 second. I got to say goodbye to the grandbaby. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man.
What I noticed was that during the initial release, that it was the mega boxes that were loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that the blaster boxes were loaded. Yeah. And then it seemed like there was like a switch. Mm-hmm. I bought a couple, and maybe it's just random luck, right? But then I bought a couple of blaster boxes, and I mean they were kind of dead. I mean, there were obviously some hits, right? But nothing like the initial, release, right? There was like a significant difference between what I was seeing in the beginning to 3 weeks later.
There you go. Hey, while Anthony steps away for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Chunky Flamingo. Make sure you visit chunkyflamingo.com, man. Use the promo code ChunkyCards20. It gets you 20% off, right? Y'all always see me. I'm hashtag rocking the Mingo and stuff like that. I love doing it. It was very, very comfortable apparel. You see me rocking their shirts. You see me rocking their hoodies. Drew gets tired of me bugging him, saying like, hey, man, when's something else new going to come out? Stuff like that. But yeah, once again, make sure you visit chunkyflamingo.com. Rudy, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. Like I said, I'm going to plan to be stepping out here in a little bit. I wanted to jump on with you guys for a little bit because it's been a while. But, I wanted y'all to I wanted to ask y'all something, and maybe you can kind of go over with everybody there. But, when Anthony gets back, because he really is into the card business like you are when it comes to collecting and sports memorabilia, you've got it, the NFL playoffs obviously kicking off again this weekend, starting today. 4 big games, man. You look at guys like Caleb Williams, who number 1 pick, it's going to be, a game against the Rams if he so happens to get that Rams win. Maybe another guy like Josh Allen. How much more valuable can these quarterback cards go? Is kind of what you're looking at, because Josh Allen definitely is at the he's at the high point when it comes to card rookie, and we're talking rookie cards because a lot of them are just rookie cards. We got Caleb Williams. Does a guy like Matthew Stafford get a second Super Bowl win? Does his cards kind of creep up a little bit, or have they kind of hit that ceiling? And that's something that I think guys, that are still new to the hobby, because let's be real, man, you can get Matthew Stafford rookie cards pretty cheap right now. Yeah, pretty inexpensive. Now Caleb different, Josh Allen, different. CJ Stroud, for a while there, you could get some of his cards relatively inexpensive when they were kind of struggling a little bit. So does it do anything for, a guy like CJ Stroud? That it's kind of goes to the market, saying how big does an NFL performance, especially in the playoffs, how much does it boost value for some of these quarterbacks?
Oh, big time. And it's not even just in the playoffs, it's in general. There's a funny story, and it happens. We see it constantly happen, especially in the hobby. There was a funny story. I was talking with somebody the other day about it, and I can't remember what quarterback it was, but I'm going to say the quarterback's name was Elias for the sake of the story. But Elias was the backup quarterback or whatever. The first, the starter got hurt, so Elias is going to be his first start in his NFL career. They put him in. Kid lights it up in the very first half. It does pretty good. So you just see on eBay and on social, Elias's card just start going through the roof, right? And then they keep moving throughout halftime, comes out of the locker room and just completely poops to bed, right?
Yeah.
They lost. The team lost everything, threw so many interceptions, whatever, this and that. I think the guy got taken out, benched or whatever, this and that. And somebody jumped on social and they were like, hey, just a reminder to all of y'all who said take on those Elias cards, you got to pay for them. You know what I mean? But you see it happening a lot. Yeah, but definitely if somebody makes a good run at the in the playoffs, especially for the quarterback, you definitely see his card go up there in value.
What's the crazy part too is I'll give a little bit of advice before I take off. Go back when the draft was Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold, a lot of these guys, Darnold's cards were, next to nothing. And now within the last couple of years, they've kind of just gone through the roof on his rookie cards. I mean, you could literally pick up a PSA 10 Darnold card a few years back for probably like $15-$20. And maybe his autograph was maybe like $40-$50. Now, I haven't priced it, but I'm sure they've gone through the roof. And people have asked me before, hey, I went to a card show, I want to say about a year ago, because that's when Hendon Hooker was a rookie for Detroit. And the guy's like, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm actually looking just through your dollar boxes. And he saw I took a stack of about 25 Hendon Hooker rookie cards. He's like, are you a big fan? I'm like, no, not really. I just like to invest a little bit. And, some of these quarterbacks, they may pan out. Same thing like I talked to Leha, go get you some Spencer Rattler and Taylor Shook cards. I mean, those two guys are the future for the New Orleans Saints. And now you're seeing Tyler Shook just kind of take off. So I think, not only the playoffs, like you mentioned, but it goes to the fact of don't so much try to collect. And this is even for baseball. You guys understand it about baseball. Don't go for the guys that are the popular, the hottest right now, because you're going to pay up the yin yang. See if they cool off. Go get you their cards when they cool off, but get those backups, get those, prospects in baseball and it's so easy. Just look up top MLB prospects by team and go through that list. That's what I used to do. And I used to look at the 19th, 18th, 17th prospect that's not a pitcher and buy up a couple of their cards because they're like $1, $2, whatever. Because you never know, man. Prospects in baseball, especially in football, Quinn Ewers coming in for Tua, those cards jumped up. I mean, it's a crazy market. And for anybody that's in the market, that's probably the best advice I can give you. Buy low, because sometimes, you might strike gold. And Jacob, you were my witness. I bought a bunch of Tejan Saloon cards from the Charlotte Hornets. Rookie, kind of struggling. But again, he's only like 20 years old. So that one season, he kind of starts, getting better. Those could pay off. But I got to get out of here, guys. You do a fantastic job. I appreciate everything you guys do for Box Score Studio. Keep up the great work, man. And y'all have a fantastic weekend.
Hey, well, before you go, Rudy, though, we're about to actually start wrapping it up right here ourselves real quick. But we do have we do need to make our NFL picks. So real quick.
Sure.
First game we got coming up, Broncos, Bills. Rudy, who are you going with?
Bills. I got to stick with Josh Allen, the Bills.
Josh Allen. Anthony?
Yeah, although they're not playing like what we're used to seeing like over the last few years from the Bills, defensively, even offensively, there's something about Josh Allen, right? The grit that he's playing with that you gotta stick with the kid. You gotta stick with that guy right now.
All right. So you're saying Bills? I'm going to go with the Bills as well for different reasons. So the late game tonight, we have the Seahawks and the 49ers. Rudy, who are you going with?
Everything in my gut, my heart, my mind, everything tells me to go 49ers. I don't know why. It just does. But I'm going to stick to my pinky toe that says go to the Seahawks. So I'm going to take the Seahawks tonight.
Well, they're favored by a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Who are you going with, Anthony?
Yeah, I nothing's telling me anything, but for different reasons, silly reasons, I kind of want to see the 49ers win.
Mhm.
But I think it might get ugly. I think it's going to be Seattle.
All right.
Smith and Jigba is he's a problem.
Yeah.
So
All right. I'm rolling with the Seahawks as well. Then we have our early game tomorrow. It's going to be the Patriots and the Texans. Patriots are favored by 3. Rudy, who are you
Well,
rolling with?
I've taken the Texans all week. Nico Collins did come back as saying he's going to be out with, I believe, his concussion protocol or something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
He's going to be out. I can't. It makes a difference. I've been sticking with the Texans. I don't like to change. I want to. Man, this is their best. Their defense is good. Their defense is really, really good. But you know what? Give me the Texans. I'm not going to change it. I'll stick with the Texans as much as I want to go with the Patriots.
Anthony?
this is selfish here. I got a high dollar CJ Stroud card. I'm trying to sign.
There's nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey,
That's the reason.
hey, up to I was rooting for Dylan Harper to win the Roy up until this happened. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, I mean Drake May and Rabel, they've got those guys churning right now.
Mhm.
But the Texans they've got a defense that is hard to get on top of. So I think that's going to be the game of the weekend. But in the end, I think the Patriots might pull it off.
I'm gonna roll with the Texans. I'm gonna be a little bit of a homer, but I think it's gonna. Y'all did touch on the defense, but I think hopefully C.J. Stroud is able to clean it up, man. Don't have that horrible. Don't try to give it away. It was almost like he was trying to give it away last week. He just didn't want to pick it up. The late game tomorrow, we got the Bears and Rams. Rudy, who you rolling with?
I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl before preseason and the offseason. I'm gonna stick with it. The Rams are gonna beat the Bears and win the Super Bowl.
Elias is in here from work. Bills winning by all that.
Dang. I can see the Patriots winning. I can see the Patriots winning the AFC. Sadly.
Yeah. Anthony, who are you rolling with?
It's probably going to be the Rams, but I'll be rooting for the Bears.
Yeah, I'm going to be going for the Rams as well. You know what I mean? There's no shocker right there. But anyway, hey, Rudy, thanks for stopping by, man.
Sure.
Always, you have a key to the clubhouse, brother. Whenever you want to stop by. Anthony,
if you stop changing the locks, then maybe I will stop by from time to time, man.
Anthony, once again, thanks for filling in for Elias. So, like we said here at Grading the Market, bro, our bullpen runs deep. Runs deep, But anyway, on behalf of Rudy and Anthony, y'all have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Peace.